Welcome to episode 17 of the radio podcast with Brianne Miller. Do you have Ms. Miller as a teacher?
I did for planning.
Oh, this is Khushi, by the way.
Hi. I had her for planning. It was a good semester. Yeah. She was only there for like half a semester.
Okay, well, she had a lot to share with us during this podcast, and it gets really interesting because Miss Hanson was there and Miss Schalk stopped by, and then she disappeared afterwards, which is interesting. So Khushi's here to tell us about the week ahead.
Okay, well, so coming up this Friday, April 7th, we have the We Are Love Festival. Midway is holding that, and it's like donating to charities, so we're fundraising for that. There's going to be little kids from elementary schools coming, parents, everyone from our school who wants to come is coming, and we also have Visakhi coming up, so Global Village is probably going to do like henna or sell samosas or something in a few weeks. And we have the Grad Coffee House on April 26th. Coming up soon, and also student council might hold a spirit week sometime this month, so there's a lot happening. And in May we have the slip and slide, and it's going to be super fun. Hopefully it gets warm outside.
Ooh, finally the slip and slide. I've been looking forward to that.
Canceled, sadly.
Right, this year it will not be canceled, right?
Yeah, we're going to make sure.
And we've got a brand new slide.
Yep.
And brand new soap. Have we figured out how to get maximum slipperiness?
I think we're going to just do extra soap and extra water.
Is that how it works?
I think so.
Okay, cool. And I guess not too slippery so people don't end up on the grass, yeah. Right? But the thing that I bought should be long enough. And
we're thinking of having like a little pool too. That's like a maybe, like a little pool on the side. If people just want to chill and hang out in there for a while.
Hang out in the little wading pool?
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be great. And there'll be music?
Yep. Lots and food and like chips and stuff you can buy it. Probably like, we might just do a barbecue thing too, so. Very
nice. Do you know who's lined up for the coffee house?
I have no idea. I'm not. You're not organizing doing that. Yeah.
But that's always it's a fun evening to be a part of. Lots of talent. Hopefully some teachers there. Definitely some students. We have tons of talented students this year. Tons.
I think it's every year actually.
Every year, yeah. Okay. So what's up with you? What's new?
Nothing really. I don't know. I have nothing new going on right now.
It's been a good year?
Oh, well, student council elections. That's something new. That's coming up this week.
Yeah.
Yeah, so pretty excited. I'm nominated for president and vice president.
Good.
That's scary, but exciting. Yeah. That's about it.
Yeah. Well, it's been a big year, and there's lots of big stuff coming up still. So it's going to be great.
Yep.
Well, you have yourself a nice day and enjoy the podcast.
Thank you. Okay, bye.
Okay, high five.
We got it right this time. Last time was so bad.
Salmon. We got salmon pictures all over it. Not just that it's pink. No,
I had no idea. Like when those people make their clothing, like there was a dress made out of like cheese or feathers or whatever.
No, I was
made out of salmon.
Pictures of salmon, not like a dress of salmon. She's not Lady Gaga.
I'm not saying anything. Mr. Kung says you're not recording, buddy. He's gonna have to edit now.
Was that you?
That's so creepy.
It's the start of ventriloquism.
Do that again. How do you do that?
I don't know, it's just talking in my throat.
I was gonna
You know how kids, they started like this? And they would say, like, girl into your hand?
Yeah.
And then you just take away the hand. And you go...
And then you smile while you're doing it.
Did you ever have those toys as a kid that had the little ball in it and you tipped it over?
Yeah.
And it made a weird sound?
Yeah.
And it was like...
Like...
Oh, yeah, the...
Oh, yeah.
That's very accurate.
That's amazing.
Nailed it.
That is amazing. Huh.
So we're on?
Yeah, this is all of a sudden it's a different show. It's like a talent show.
Yeah, I have a lot of talents.
Yeah. Too bad we don't have a video camera.
No, it's a whole different show.
Coffee house.
Just make weird noises in the coffee house.
It's comedy. People love that.
No,
No?
not so much.
All right. So here we are with Ms. Miller, Ms. Hanson, and Ms. Schalk.
Yay!
Did you just hit your knee on the table?
No, I got a foot cramp.
Need more water.
Yeah, it's all the strenuous business of podcasting.
No, I did the beep test today.
The what test?
The beep test.
What is a beep test?
It's in PE class. We have the students test their VO2 max. So that's what we did.
What's a
been
VO2
training.
max?
You're
I'm sorry. I'm not trained in this.
sorry. That's okay. We'll
Jargon.
just continue on with Miller. Don't worry about it. I'm getting old, so stuff starts to break down. So I'm feeling cramps in my feet. Legs.
Forte physiotherapy.
Mr. Cunningham.
She's wearing the shirt.
I do plugged it on today.
We plugged it again. So, Ms. Miller,
Yes.
it's good to have you here. So you demanded to be on this show.
Sure.
Now I'm wondering why.
Don't know. Now that I'm here, I really don't know.
How long have you been teaching here?
4 years? 4 years. Somebody?
With a year off in there.
With a year off, right?
You've
Yeah.
been here straight. This is your third year straight.
Yeah,
through.
third year in a row.
It's already 3 years straight?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then you worked somewhere else.
At North Delta and Seaquam.
Okay. 2 other schools, and then you came back here.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And obviously you like it here.
It's pretty cool here. I
Yeah.
like it.
That's good. As long as you get your textiles program.
Yes, I would like the textiles program a lot.
So how did you get started? If we go all the way back, where were you raised?
Surrey.
And what was that like?
It was good.
Where'd you go to school?
I went to elementary school at T.E. Scott, and then Chimney Hill, and then high school at Frankhurt, and then Ember Creek.
All the schools.
All the schools, basically.
Wow. So why were you hopping around?
T.E. Scott was the closest to my house, and then Chimney Hill was newly built because all behind my house was developed into Chimney Heights. So they put in an elementary school, so we were the first graduating grade 7 class. And then my catchment school was Frankhurt, but all of my friends, because they had older siblings, went to Ember. So I had to go to Ember. So I transferred.
Neat.
Yes.
What was growing up there like?
Good. It was good. My parents had a huge backyard, so it was a lot of time outside. We had like an acre of forest, basically. And there was
Really?
no houses behind us growing up, so we could just go through forest. And now it's all houses and developed, so it's very different now.
What were some of your activities? Because we know that you like to sing or you mentioned you sing in the car.
I do sing in the car.
She doesn't have a radio.
I don't
What?
I don't have a
in the
radio.
car.
You don't have a radio?
It's an
No.
iPod with a speaker.
So when I'm singing, it's literally just me.
Oh, wow.
It's really nice.
Which is great.
Yeah. I don't know. All the regular activities. Just playing tag, climbing trees, inventing games. Whatever. Treehouse.
So but you're quite sporty, so were you into sports really early?
Yes. I played soccer when I was 4. I started playing soccer. And then I've played it ever since. Softball started when I was like 7 or something like that. And then volleyball.
And you still keep those up, right?
Yep. And now I've added football to the mix. And running races. 10-kilometer races right now.
Any ones coming up?
Yes. This weekend I have everything coming up. I have my first soccer game, my first football game, and a 10-kilometer race in Coquitlam. Look.
Good luck, Monday.
Yeah.
What made you want to become a teacher? Did you always want to do that? Or, I mean, was there anything that you wanted to be when you were growing up? Because we always have that kind
I was really hopeful on a star acting career.
Oh, really?
But I never went to an audition or put any effort into it.
You just hoped it would just drop into your lap.
I thought I was just going to be discovered. And when that didn't happen, I was like, teaching, okay, great. Yeah.
Discovered doing that.
Yeah, then I just sort of fell into teaching.
That's a great plan. That's good.
Yeah.
So, in terms of teaching, like you said, you fell into teaching. How did that work out?
I guess there was just nothing else I could see myself doing. I liked school, I liked my teachers, and it just sort of made sense.
In school, you were, because you told me, I think, that you were into musical theater and stuff like that.
Yep.
And that's why, that kind of, when you got into drama and musical theater, was that why you wanted to become an actress, or did you always just want to do that? And that's how you got into drama?
I don't know. For whatever reason, I just liked drama. I liked being on stage, and I was very big on my actions, and it was very theatrical.
You are?
Yeah, so I just liked that sort of stuff. It came naturally. What's funny was that in English, I couldn't do a speech to save my life. Like, public speaking is terrifying to me still, but loved acting. I don't know.
I think some of the, like, you talk to some of the actors, the students here who act, and yeah, public speaking for them is different from acting.
Definitely.
Because, I don't know, maybe you could explain that. Why is that?
I don't know. Acting is like you take on a different character. It's not you. So it's more the fear of, I guess, putting yourself on display in public speaking, and it's your own thoughts and opinions versus just performing. I don't know.
So what kind of productions did you get into? Or were you in?
In grade 8, we did Santa Claus and the Owl Hoot Gang. I was Miss Kitty. We were Southern.
What? Wait. Santa Claus and
the Owl Hoot Gang.
Owl Hoot Gang.
Yeah. Gang.
Gang.
Yes. I don't know. It was pretty good. I don't remember it at all.
What is that?
I don't know. It was a made-up play.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And what else did we do? I did Fiddler on the Roof was the big one. Big musical production.
Oh, wow. Was that in high school?
Yeah, that was when I was in grade 11. Fiddler. Yeah. And I was Hodel, the second daughter. I had my very own solo. What else did we do? Other just small made-up plays that nobody knew about. At one point I was an alien. I don't know.
You were an alien?
Yeah. I sang the national anthem in an alien language.
So you had a sci-fi... Was it a musical?
No.
No.
I just sang in it for whatever reason, yeah.
It was a sci-fi play?
Yes. Yeah.
And what kind of alien were you?
I don't remember.
How'd you get into character?
I was supposed to, like, be befriending someone from Earth, and they were teaching me the language, but I kept mixing up with my own, like, made-up alien language, and it was weird.
How was learning the lines for that?
It's very confusing, but you know what? If you screwed up, nobody knew. It's perfect.
Did you actually just make it up on the spot, or did you actually...
No, there was a script.
There were lines?
Yeah.
Okay.
Weird, right? I don't know. Yeah. Alien lines.
Gargling weird noises or like...
No.
Well, we know you can do voices now.
Yeah.
Sort of.
Assume that's where that talent came from.
Nope.
So then that was high school, and then eventually you decided to go to university.
Yeah.
Did you know what you were going to do?
As many do.
Because some people don't. I know I didn't.
I
had no
also really loved PE and sports, obviously, so I thought I wanted to do something along those lines. So I did human kinetics or kinesiology in university, and that was pretty fun. Yeah.
Why was that fun?
Well, I had a course in volleyball, which is pretty unique. Yeah, volleyball, gymnastics.
Human body.
Human body, yeah, the more science ones too.
Anatomy,
it's not just volleyball. Anatomy, physiology, biomechanics. That one was difficult, but it was also fun.
So it's not We're just gonna play volleyball.
No, that is incorrect.
Because that's the impression you gave when you first.
That was just my favorite course. The other courses were really difficult. Biomechanics was terrifying. The physics killed me, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Do you find it interesting at all, or do you use some of it, like when
The
you're explaining things?
biomechanics?
Yeah, in PE.
Yeah, it's useful, and I find that related to like the human body makes it more meaningful to me than just talking about the other physics components. Like physics would whoosh straight over my head, but body-wise, it just seems to make more sense. And you talk about it a bit in PE in terms of movement and patterns and stuff.
How'd you get into foods?
She likes food.
I like food. I like
Me
food.
too. I don't think I could teach it.
You're not allowed to just teach PE
Yeah.
generally, so you have to have something else. And I was taking nutrition courses because it's just something that I was always interested in, and ended up going into family studies courses as well. And then you can do a concentration in home ec. And I thought, wow, how fantastic, and decided to do them both.
Nice.
Yeah,
So that's how you fell into teaching.
yeah, pretty much.
You just went with what you were interested in.
Exactly, it's a pretty good plan, right?
Yeah. But did you know I'm going to use this to teach later on? I guess most people who go into Human Connects end up teaching, right?
No,
No, there's
No?
4 streams.
Yeah,
that
there's-
you can go into.
Oh, okay.
physiotherapy,
Or
occupational
there's health and
therapy,
sciences.
yeah,
There's the management type where you like run
teams.
community centers and like the management
Right.
in that regards. Then there's physical education, and then there's sport science, I think, or something.
Yeah,
like
if you wanted to be like a trainer
Yeah.
or work with a team and do like the taping
Right.
and
Yeah.
So those were your options. Mm-hmm. And you chose teaching because...
because it had the least science. Because it was the only thing I could see myself doing. I don't
Yeah.
know. The other ones just didn't make sense for me.
Yeah.
So
Just worked out naturally. Cool.
it's a long road to take if you're not sure.
It is, but I mean, a lot of people I've seen take a few years of schooling and then decide to do something completely different, which is okay. I mean,
It
it's
is.
your life, right?
It's definitely better to do it when you know.
Yeah. What else are you interested in? I know you have a dog.
I do have a dog.
You want to talk about Gus a little bit?
I have Gus. He's a French bulldog. He's a handful.
What's the difference between a French bulldog and a British bulldog or any other
An
bulldog?
English bulldog. French bulldogs have like the big bat ears is the big thing.
Uh-huh.
They're quite small, big bat ears, flat face that makes it look like he ran into a wall. He snores. He has like no tail. He's very stocky and like muscly.
It's got an accent.
Yeah, a French accent. He doesn't bark. He doesn't make sounds except snorting and like whining. When you're eating, he whines a lot. Yeah.
French people like wine.
Yeah, I don't think that's the reason. But yeah, he just recently ate my glasses.
All right.
Yeah, I need new glasses now.
How much of it was eaten? You mean he actually...
No, so
Ate
at,
it?
at
Or
one point
just
he
chewed it
chewed
up?
up the arm of the glasses, and then he got a hold of them again and chewed up a lens, so it's all scratched up, and I can't really see through it. Thanks,
sir.
Gus. I usually thank him. Instead of getting mad, I thank him for making me purge my house of unnecessary items.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's so reasonable.
Yeah, animals are fun.
If you look at it that way, that's
Yeah.
so much more positive than getting mad at it.
Yeah. Plus, I've been sleeping on the floor in the living room with him for the past 2 weeks because he was neutered and can't go upstairs. So I share the bed with this cone.
I guess you could carry him upstairs, couldn't you?
He jumps off.
He jumps off.
He's a
yeah.
jumper.
Oh, really?
He's a jumper.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He can jump like solid 3 feet in the air.
Over my son.
Easily onto this. Yeah.
I've never had a pet before, so I don't know.
What?
I had a fish.
Doesn't count.
I had multiple fish, and they all were killed.
Killed or died?
Well, they died, but really, when you think about it,
Yeah. Probably the care.
neglect is probably
Or
killing.
the lack.
I had this one crazy fish that ate all the other fish. It was like
Is it a beta fit?
no, it was a
Don't they?
koi. I think a small koi. I don't know what it was. We came home one day. It's like our family fish. We had a big tank, and then all the fish were missing. Like, how could that happen? And then we looked at this one bigger fish and it had a fin in its mouth. I was like, "Are you kidding?" It swallowed like 7 fish.
Oh my god.
And then that whole night, it just snapped one day. It just went crazy. It went berserk. And at night, we could hear it slamming against the sides of the aquarium. So my dad actually scooped it out, put it in a Ziploc bag, and brought it back to the store. He said, "I don't want this anymore. You can have it back." And so they took it. And then the next time he visited that store, they said that fish jumped out of the tank and died. It was a crazy fish.
That doesn't sound real.
Crazy,
That sounds like a cartoon.
psychopathic, homicidal fish. Yeah. Anyways,
Finding Nemo 3. Mr. Kung's
Yeah.
fish.
that'd be a different movie.
Nemo meets Jaws. Yeah.
A little darker.
Anyways, that's my pet experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was always allergic to dogs and cats because of the skin.
The dander.
Yeah. So, anyways, I have no experience.
Yeah.
You love dogs, though.
Yeah.
Have you always had a dog?
Yeah, I had a lot of dogs. A lot of dogs. That sounds bad. I had a big family dog growing up. His name was Buddy. He looked like a bear. I don't even know what type of dog he was. He was massive. And then when he passed away, we got a Springer Spaniel, which my parents. Oh wait, no. There's another dog in between. We had a Australian Shepherd for a few years, and then Springer Spaniels. So we've gone through 2 dogs that have passed away, and now my parents still have 2. It's not too bad.
So we went from Australian to French.
Yes, we like the different countries.
Multicultural.
Yeah.
So what else are you into?
I'm pretty lazy.
Oh, wow.
I like Netflix.
So do I. There's lots of good stuff on there.
Yeah.
I cut the cable about a year ago. So no cable, no nothing. Are you
I don't
the
have
same?
cable. No.
cord cutters.
Since I've moved out of my parents' house, I've never had cable. So for the
So
past
expensive.
10 years, no cable.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy.
It's getting too expensive.
Don't want that stuff. No cable, no landline.
Yeah. Me too.
Yeah.
No landline.
You don't need that stuff.
No. Cell phone.
Cell phone.
As long as it works.
Sometimes. It doesn't always turn on. Let's watch. Oh, it did. Oh, no.
Okay. This makes for great radio.
Watch. Look what I can do.
So this is... What is this?
I don't know.
A ZTE? What is that?
I don't know. The guy at the store convinced me to get it. It's
It's a
terrible.
ZTE phone. I've never seen this before.
Have to look it up, do some research.
Weird.
Not recommended. I've never owned an iPhone
Uh-huh.
or an anything.
Is that...
Other than, well, your Mac. But,
Well, that's because
but
it's
that's-
given to me.
Yeah.
Is that, like, your preference not to... Like, this is
Not to what?
Android, right?
Yeah.
Not to have Apple.
I got that one because it didn't make me have a data plan. So I don't believe in data either.
Uh-huh.
It's $25 a month.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I pay $28 a month and I have data.
You're so fancy. Oh,
I
sorry.
have 4 gigs of data and I pay 28.
Well,
Well, we'll have to talk. Mm-hmm. I'll have to give you my referral code.
okay.
Oh. So, what do you want to talk about now?
I don't know.
See any movies lately? That's where we usually go if we have nothing to talk about.
I'm gonna go with no.
What?
I saw TV.
The Netflix?
I saw La La Land.
Okay, La La Land.
Yeah,
La La Land. That was a
good.
good movie.
yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
And Manchester.
You would like La La Land?
I probably would, yeah.
Yeah, you would.
My mom said she hated it, so I was hesitant to
Really?
go see it.
She doesn't
I
like
think I'll
musicals.
like it when it comes out on Netflix.
Yeah, she does like musicals, but I don't know, she didn't like it for whatever reason.
Huh.
Sometimes, I guess, if you go into it thinking something's going to be awesome, it's not as good, right? Like, I hated Pirates of the Caribbean. Weird, right?
The first one?
Yeah, and then I've never seen the other ones.
Oh,
because
the
it
other
was
ones
built
were-
up so much. Everybody told me it was going to be so amazing, and then it was like, whatever. So maybe that's what happened for her in La La Land.
I liked it. It was good.
Do you like musicals?
Yeah, I do. Well, I don't sing like these two, but I like musicals.
What's happening?
Writing code.
Okay, again, this is... Oh, okay.
I went to Beauty and the Beast. It was pretty good. But it was 3D, and we sat very, very close, which I wasn't into. We
Right.
sat in, like, the third row, which is too close, especially for 3D.
That's way too close.
Yeah.
For anything.
For anything, I agree. I don't think you should ever sit within the first 5 rows.
No,
You can't see anything.
They shouldn't even make 5.
I know, they should just
No, they
take them
shouldn't.
out.
The first half of the theater should be empty.
Yeah. Exactly.
I always go for the back.
I like the back.
The back 3 rows, those are my favorite.
Somewhere in the middle.
Middle? Oh yeah, always the middle. I hate it when I'm on the side. So I go early, and I just sit right in the middle.
I'm kind of okay with on the aisles, on the sides. It doesn't
Yeah?
bother me very much.
No, I'm paying for it, so I'm going to get the middle.
That's true.
Well, do you go to the VIP one now?
What VIP one?
The theater, it's a VIP. And you book your actual seats with your ticket. Like, so if
How
I
do you
was
do
going to
that?
go see a movie, it would say I'm in, like, row 5, seat F.
You go online and book it.
Oh, okay. So the last 2 movies I saw were both Star Wars movies. And I got seats for those.
Okay.
Is that VIP? I got, like, some vibrating seat.
Weird.
You know, the D box? It's called the D box.
I don't see enough movies to know about the D-Box.
Or when you go to IMAX, you get a seat.
I've never seen a movie there either.
Oh.
I don't see a lot of movies, I guess.
More of a homebody.
So
Yeah.
what's the VIP treatment?
Well, I think the VIP is more, it's like certain age. You can only go in there if you're 19 years or older, and they have like really big comfy seats, and they have like reclining seats and things like that as well, and you reserve the actual seat you're in. But the new seats at the Strawberry Hill Theater, they were comfy seats too.
Oh yeah, they like
changed them.
have pretty good reclining seats in them. They don't recline, I guess, but you can at least like slightly lean back, bounce back a little.
They're comfier anyways.
Yeah.
Upgraded.
Do people come by and offer you snacks or something?
At the VIP one, yes.
Really?
Yeah, they have servers. You have menus and stuff in the seat.
And they bring it to
So
you.
they walk around during the movie?
You have to place your order before the movie starts.
Okay.
And then they'll bring it out and then they go away.
So you don't have to wait in the concession lineup.
How much extra is that?
I'm pretty spoiled.
Must be
My
expensive.
friend has always paid for me. I don't know. I think it's pretty expensive, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I don't think it's that much more.
It depends.
Like 25 to 30, but if you're going to see like an IMAX, those are going to be
That's about
close
that,
to 20
yeah.
anyways,
Yeah,
right?
It is.
Which, I mean, I pay like the $5 cheap movie night.
Yeah.
Maybe 10.
What $5 cheap? There's no $5 movies.
$7 on Tuesdays.
Okay.
In South Surrey at their like little small theaters, not at
Oh,
like,
okay.
not at the good ones.
Okay. Because the
Caprice.
cheapest
At the
I've ever
Caprice,
played.
yeah, or the Rialto.
'Cause cheap Tuesdays are usually 12, right? At the other ones.
Yeah, at like Colossus and places like that. Yeah, I think I paid $9 for that 3D movie on a Tuesday matinee during spring break.
You don't like 3D, right?
I would prefer not to watch 3D. I prefer 2D movies.
Does it hurt your eyes?
Well, when you're in the third row, absolutely.
Oh, well, yeah. Well, there we go. That's your annoying ringtone.
It baws.
Yeah, it was. I prefer not 3D. I prefer not to watch 3D.
I find 3D just isn't worth it.
I don't
It
find it
never
as
wows me.
enjoyable. Yeah.
And the glasses are annoying.
Well, it's hard to get non-3D movies nowadays, it seems.
I know.
Yeah. Because it doesn't make me nauseous or anything like that. I know some people that don't watch it because they get motion sickness. That doesn't happen for me, but I don't know.
Too much work.
It's too much. Yeah.
Not enough bang for your buck.
Yeah.
It's not the same as, like, when I think of 3D, I think of, like, the Disneyland rides and stuff, where I was, like, terrified as a kid, and 3D movies is like, oh, great, the house is a little bit closer to me. Like, who cares? Like, I don't know. I don't get it.
Yeah.
Did you like to go to Disneyland?
Yeah.
Yeah, when was the last time you were there?
2008.
Ooh, that's more recent than me.
Disneyland? In, like, California?
California, yeah.
Okay.
Disneyland. Yep. I don't know. I
Favorite
love it there.
ride?
I would go again. Favorite ride? Ties. Indiana Jones up there.
Mm-hmm.
I really like Splash Mountain.
Mm-hmm.
And actually my favorite was the Buzz Lightyear shooting alien thing.
Which one? The Buzz Lightyear one, or there's another one?
The Astro Blasters.
Astro Blasters. Okay.
Yeah.
I like the other one. I like the, you know that one
too.
where it's like a carnival thing?
Oh, that was in the California Adventure. It was
Yeah.
broken down when we were there.
Ah, that's the best.
So I think I went on it once and was like, whatever, because we had
That's
to
a
wait in
good
a
one.
long line.
Yeah,
Sorry.
that's a good one.
Yeah. The other
Next
one was
time.
broken down when we were there too. The Loop-de-Doop one at California Adventure.
Like the Mickey Mouse.
Yeah,
here?
the Mickey Mouse ear one. It was broken down and the people were stuck at the top.
Oh, that's scary.
Oh,
The roller coaster?
Yeah,
Ferris
the
wheel?
The roller coaster.
the roller
That's
coaster.
shaped like
Oh,
Mickey's
yeah.
head.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. They ended up having to like walk them down one at a time from the roller coaster.
That's an awesome roller coaster.
Yeah.
Probably not when you're stuck at the top.
When I was
but-
there as a kid, I chipped my tooth on the roller coaster.
You?
Yeah. Me.
On that roller coaster?
On that roller coaster.
The
Were
Mickey
you-
one?
Yeah, I got like a little bit of a jolt when we stopped at the end and my head clicked forward and I hit the metal bar and I chipped my
Ow.
front tooth.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Oh.
talented child.
Did you sue?
No. I chipped my front tooth so often it didn't matter. Oops. Yeah.
It seems fine now.
They're
Or is
fake.
that fake?
They're fake. Yeah.
So your two front teeth are fake?
Yeah, the front like corners of them are fake.
There's caps. Or is it the whole thing?
They capped like the chip part and then put a veneer on the front.
Huh.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm missing
Dude.
this. The bottom part of one of mine. But that was from a
Yours are
volleyball.
chipped too?
It just, we were in PE class when I was in grade 11, and we were warming up, and someone served across the gym instead of, like, over the net. And so the volleyball hit me in the face, and a part of my tooth chipped off.
From a volleyball?
Weak
Yeah.
tooth.
Yeah. Just off, like, the front. It didn't kind of, so it's just, like, not as thick. I guess it's thinner now? I don't know.
Oh.
They always put a little veneer polish stuff on whenever I go.
I like that.
Yeah, mine aren't that crazy.
That's never happened to me. I got hit in the eye once with a baseball.
Oh, ow.
Yeah.
Black eye.
Yeah. A little bit.
Yeah.
Bruised.
Because it would get around, like, on your
Well,
orbital bone.
yes, the orbital bone.
I was always told if you got hit in the eye with one of those, it would like suck your eye out.
Didn't happen.
Yeah, no, that's clearly
So evidence shows not.
shows no. Yeah.
And I'm still 20/20, so it hasn't
Wow.
affected my vision.
I'm not
I
2020.
don't think I am either.
Yeah, there's very few.
There's very few of you.
I think
yeah.
I'm close, but I'm nearsighted, so I have difficulty seeing far.
Okay, me too.
Yeah.
Are
But
you?
I don't have contacts or anything like that.
I do.
Yeah. Oh, don't pull them out.
It's a lot
You've
of
had a lot of injuries, but you're a dancer.
I have had a lot of injuries. I've
Scoots.
broken 3 bones,
Yeah.
I guess. I feel like that's a lot.
Was that last year you were scooting around?
That was last
Last year.
year. Last April. Almost a year ago that started. Not how I thought I would end my first year here, but I was pretty quick on it. I quite liked the scooter. It was much better than crutches.
Yeah. Who else gets a scooter around the school?
Nobody.
Nobody.
Just me.
Yeah.
It was pretty good. But although I saw this guy and he had he didn't have a scooter and it was kind of like a crutch but that he like put on his knee. So it was as though he could still walk. It was kind of like a peg leg, I guess, but like extended out. It's very difficult to
I'd rather
describe.
have a scooter.
Doesn't sound comfortable.
Well, but he could at least like walk normally without having to ride a scooter around. But I quite enjoyed the scooter, so it was pretty good. It's a little bit much to like get in and out of vehicles, but luckily this school is all one floor. So as long as I entered and exited from the front door, I was always worried someone was going to pull the fire alarm. Actually, because I don't know what get the kids to carry the scooter down the back stairs.
Right.
And then go out onto the field. Like, what are you supposed to do? Luckily, it never happened. Carry me. Carry me. Yeah. Ooh.
Are you pretty injury prone?
Not really. I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess I bruise pretty easily.
Because you're very active.
Yeah. I bruise. I've never broken anything other than my teeth. Yeah. And when I was a baby, I put my teeth through my tongue. I had a hole in my tongue for a while.
I don't want to hear this.
Huh? I'd stick my finger through it and wave at my mom.
How did that happen?
I liked to dance as a child. So I was very, very young. Only had
That's not
front
dancing.
teeth. And I would spin. I know. My mom's like, that's not dancing. So anyways, I would spin. And then my mom would be like, stop, stop. And I wouldn't. And I fell and I clunked my chin on a table and just put my teeth straight through my tongue. She said it bled a lot.
I believe it.
But they don't put stitches in a tongue because it heals too fast.
Right.
I thought my mom should have just pierced my tongue then and there. Didn't. 2-year-old with a tongue piercing. Cool.
It was already pierced. So
Exactly.
you could have put something in there.
Right?
She did, her finger.
Yeah. And that eventually healed. And
All my, like, broken bones have all been on my left side.
Yeah, you were
Always the
telling me.
left. Yeah,
What's with that?
I don't know. I broke my left leg when I was 2, my left wrist when I was 9, and then my left foot last year.
I guess that's your
What's gonna be
weak side.
next?
Hopefully that's it.
the hip.
3 times the charm. I think I'm good now. I don't know. My sister went to this chiropractor that said because I guess most people usually injure one side more than the other, and
Really?
it's not always their dominant side or their weaker side, non-dominant side. And they said it was to do with family. So, like, if your mom got injured a lot more than your dad, like, it would be on your left side, or like trauma or something like that. Like, oh, okay.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know if it's true, but I think your mom's side was your left side of your body, and your dad is the right side of your body. But my dad has broken a lot of
That
bones
sounds kind
too.
of fishy.
So I don't know if it's entirely true, because my dad played hockey and broke a lot of bones and had a lot of stitches.
Well, that's understandable for hockey, but I guess maybe what they mean is like being clumsy.
I think it's more like if there was trauma in your family or something like that, or lots of illness or something. I'm not entirely sure. There's no research that I've heard of behind it, but that's what I heard someone
That
say.
wouldn't make sense.
People say stuff.
Because then one side of my body would be off. Because my dad grew up with casts on both legs. He had some hip problem as a kid where his hip, like, bones, the knobby at the end.
Technical term.
Took you to kinetics, right?
I haven't reviewed that in a while.
Your greater trochanter.
The head of the femur, like, it would degrade, and so he needed casts so it could grow to the full size. So he was in cast for, like, a few years of his life. And I don't have injuries on one side of my body, so...
Do you have injuries on either side of your body,
Just my teeth, and it's in the middle.
Well, I don't know.
The front.
The front. Moving forward, the future.
Mm-hmm. So what's up for you in the future, Brianne?
What do you mean?
What are you doing that's interesting and new and...
In teaching?
Sure.
In life?
Sure.
In teaching, we talked about the cookbook idea.
The cookbook.
Yeah, the students don't know this yet. Maybe they're listening. We're gonna create a cookbook.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully, like, publish it and print it for the class, or at least for us to have a copy of it.
We were looking
Pretty cool.
at publishing options today.
Cool.
Yeah. Neat.
Very neat.
Full color.
Full color.
Hardcover.
Yeah. And it would give, like, a little bit of historical background and cultural aspects to the dishes and to the students who come up with them. So.
food and stories
Yeah.
and culture.
So they make
Fun.
up their own recipes, or they find ones.
Well,
that
they would
really...
find a recipe that like tied into their family background some way. Like how my family, I would write about potato pancakes and my opa. That's like my go-to. But based on everybody's family, they probably have their own recipe that they go to.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
What's your recipe?
I don't know.
Kung?
Mine?
Noodles.
Hey! Steak and potatoes. No, noodles.
It's like we've had this conversation. You and I both really like kimchi, so
I love noodles.
yeah.
Noodles are my favorite. Even more so than rice. Noodles. I'm having noodles tonight.
I'm going for dim sum for the first time. I've never had it.
Oh, I've never
What?
had it either.
I've never had it.
What? You have to have the chicken feet.
That sounds like a no.
Okay, maybe second time. Chicken feet.
That's a really work up to it kind of thing.
Okay.
That's like a maybe
No,
never
that's a
kind of
don't
thing.
tell her what's in it kind of thing.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of obvious when you get it.
Oh.
See, if it didn't look like chicken feet, I would maybe be tricked into eating it. Not willingly.
Oh, I would just tell you, it just looks like chicken feet. It's not really chicken feet.
Just shaped that way.
We just shape it that way.
No. No, I think that's too much for me. I've eaten crickets.
You've
Not
eaten-
not live ones.
Crickets?
Obviously. Yeah, my friends went to Mexico and they brought back little flavored crickets.
Was it good?
The aftertaste was really bad. Really awful. They're kind of just crunchy, but it was not my favorite. But
Do you have
Is
like
there
their
any-
legs in you?
yeah.
Is there any meat? Like, does it taste like meaty, like shrimp?
No, it doesn't
No?
taste meaty. It kind of tastes almost hollow.
It's
Kind of just like, and then
like a
you're
hollow
done.
shell?
With little legs, kind of. Yeah, it's not the best. I didn't enjoy it. But also the flavoring, like they were supposed to be spicy ones. So whatever the flavoring was, did not leave a good taste in your mouth.
So it's like eating nuts.
It's like little croutons.
croutons.
Sure.
Was it deep fried?
I think so.
Okay.
It was just a little container of them that you could buy and then snack on at your leisure.
It seems a weird thing to bring back.
You've been looking into cooking insects.
Yes.
Yeah?
I don't know if that's going to happen this year now.
Yeah.
But some people say it's like the protein of the future is bugs.
Well,
Well-
I think North America is like the only place where we don't eat insects for protein.
Or chicken feet.
Yeah, still not into that one.
Well, in some areas of the world, like in Vietnam, through like senior foods, we've learned that they don't really consume dairy products, so they eat small bones like, with their food, and that's how they get their like calcium and stuff like that. So they'll eat like full anchovies and like sardine bones or snake bones and things like that. They'll eat the whole thing. No waste.
Is that where balut comes from? That's like where you eat a fetal bird of some sort?
I don't know.
I think so.
Maybe. They eat some crazy things around the world. It's so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would try that.
What's the
stuff.
craziest thing you've tried?
Nothing.
Yeah, exactly. I would eat that.
I would try it, but I haven't really eaten anything crazy. I was offered, there's a restaurant in Vancouver that serves tongue, but I don't think we got
I've
it.
had tongue. My dad made tongue.
It's called
was,
chewy.
It was pig's tongue. He made a stew out of it. It was good. It was good.
Was it just the broth, or did you actually eat the tongue?
I ate the tongue.
Okay,
Yeah.
just asking.
Yeah.
No, you eat the whole thing. Anytime you eat like weird parts, it's called offal. That's a terrible name for it.
That's awful.
That's awful. Or they call it sweetbread. So I always trick
Right,
students, hey, do you
sweetbread.
want some sweetbread? And they're like,
Sounds
Yeah,
good.
no, it's not. Psych. The most interesting thing I've eaten is probably I had the beef tartare. And I didn't
Okay.
think I would ever try that because it's raw beef with a raw egg on top. But it was delicious.
Yeah.
Best thing I've ever eaten.
Yeah.
So good. So flavorful. A little gooey.
Well, like in certain parts of the world, it'd be a waste not to eat everything.
Totally.
You wouldn't throw parts away.
But that's kind of scary here when there's also like disease and all sorts of things.
Sure.
Too.
Yeah.
Well, the most recent is that like E. coli and
Flour?
flour.
Uh-huh.
Robin Hood flour.
Ramen
Recalled.
flowers.
Check it up.
Double check. Don't eat it.
Gluten-free.
Probably not.
No, go gluten-free. Then you're fine.
Then you're fine. I'm sure there'll be something else.
So what kind of different foods do you like to eat? You said you haven't tried much.
I know. I'm just sad. I haven't traveled enough to try.
Oh, okay. So like eating around the world kind of deal.
Yeah, I think that would be fun. In Greece, I took a cooking class, like, out of a woman's home. Like, you just went to some Greek woman's home and she taught us how to make a whole bunch of food, and that was the coolest thing ever. So I'd love to go to different places and sign up for their cooking classes. It was the most unique experience, and actually seeing the inside of her house and what it was like to actually live in her hometown was really cool.
So what have you, like, what kind of restaurants do you usually go to around here if you go out?
I don't go out very much. It's just showing how lame I am. I don't go to movies.
She cooks at home.
I cook at home a lot. A lot of the time when I go out, I'm craving sushi because I find making it at home just isn't the same as going out. So a lot of the time it's just, I need sushi. Let's go get sushi. Yeah.
It's not easy to make it right because there's so many
It's the rice.
nuances to it's the rice.
The rice is never flavored properly.
Right. My wife is Japanese, and my mother-in-law obviously is Japanese. So, and she makes amazing Japanese food, and they're very fussy about which Japanese restaurants we go to because they can taste when the fish is off. They can taste when the rice is not exactly right.
Yeah.
So they're quite fussy. So as a result, I get to go to some good Japanese restaurants.
Yum.
And my son's taste buds are really interesting. He loves, his favorite thing is uni, which is sea urchin.
Oh,
So
interesting.
basically the gonads of a sea urchin.
Doesn't sound appetizing.
My parents, because they knew this, they went to Steveston. They bought a bunch of sea urchin one day, and they came over, and they brought sea urchin out of a bag, and they were still alive because you want to eat uni fresh. So you slice it open, you wash it out, and you grab the gonads.
Grab the urchin by the gonads.
And then you slurp it, and that's that. My son loved that. He was like, this is the
Delightful.
best.
That's surprising for a kid.
Yeah.
No,
I saw a video of the new thing is eating raw octopus. Have you seen this? And when you cut off the limbs of an octopus, they wiggle for a solid 15 minutes before they realize they're detached. So you eat it basically just raw with some seasoning on it, and it wiggles, and the suction cups will suction all the way down.
That's a Korean dish.
So cool.
That's not new.
Well, I just saw a video of it, so it's new to me. It's not
Ask John
new.
Kim.
Wasn't there some video where someone was making fish and they squeezed lemon on it and then the fish started to move again? Because I guess the juices of the lemon, seized up their muscles or something. That always freaked me out. Thinking something's dead and then it starts to move.
That's the acid.
Yeah, I think so. It was the acid or something from the lemon just seized up the muscles and it started to
Because
move.
it denatures the proteins. Because you can cook with lemons and stuff like that, right? Like ceviche.
Yep.
That's
Yes, you
anyways.
can.
I know a few things.
Yes, you do. I never said you didn't.
So you said you were going to go for dim sum, and that's the first time
Hanson.
this year?
That's me.
You've been before?
No.
Oh.
Sorry.
Not with
I'll
her.
go with you. I don't know. I've just never tried it.
Okay.
That's one of the last times I tried something new. It was pho.
Ah.
Or as I like to call it, pho. Yeah, I had never tried pho before. And then I went out with some friends, didn't like it. And then they told me I ordered the grossest thing on the menu. So they said, next time let us order for you. And then it was good.
What did you order that was gross?
I don't know, something with meatballs or something. I don't know. It was a soup.
With noodles?
It had noodles,
That's
but
pho.
it was, it was just a bad one.
Huh.
It wasn't good.
Was there tripe?
No. Now I ordered the spicy seafood one, and it's good.
Do you like tripe?
I can't say that I've eaten tripe before.
Do you know what it is?
Tripe? Isn't tripe part of a cow?
Yeah, intestinal lining.
Intestinal lining of cow.
It's
Was that in your first one?
it's white. It's crunchy. It's got little
Can't say that
finger-like
I've had
projections.
tripe.
I think I have that.
It's another thing my son likes too. He used
He's
to
a
order
very
it.
sophisticated.
Exotic
Yeah.
palate, yes.
He loved it so much that when we went to a Vietnamese restaurant, sometimes he would just order a bowl of tripe with soup.
When
Tripe
I was a
soup.
kid, it was like
Chicken fingers.
grilled cheese.
Yeah, but that kid will eat anything.
It's amazing.
Yeah, my daughter, very fussy. Super
Have you
fussy.
had lots of different things for him to try as he's grown up then? So like, is it just that he's constantly trying new things? So he's not
Yeah, he likes to try new stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, when like growing up, we'd go to restaurants, and even when we didn't eat that stuff, like he would go, "What's that?" And I remember the first time this happened, it was at a Japanese restaurant. They had these little deep fried crabs, like whole crabs, and he wanted to try it, so we ordered a bowl, and he loved it. And so every time we went to that restaurant, he'd ask for a bowl of deep fried crabs, like whole crabs.
Wow.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know what it is. He just likes to try
new things.
stuff.
That's good.
He's also the one putting kimchi on his peanut butter and jelly sandwich. So I'm like, what? Like,
So you're like, is it sophisticated
it's always-
or is it
have taste
he doesn't have taste buds?
maybe he has no taste buds. Who
He
knows?
just likes texture.
Yeah.
Interesting.
He always makes we always shake our heads at what he does.
But have you tried the peanut butter and kimchi?
No,
Maybe it's good.
Maybe it's good.
maybe. I guess you don't know till you try, but I think I've had enough life experience to know that might not work out for me. I mean, I do like kimchi, and I like peanut butter and jelly, but I don't know about the combo.
It's like a peanut sauce over the noodles.
I guess
With
you
a
could
little
think of it
kimchi
like
flavoring to it. Yeah, I don't know about that.
No.
More of like a cinnamon and peanut butter kind of gal.
No. I don't do that either.
that. So what kind of stuff do you like to cook?
Lots of stuff. I have usually a few different like go-tos. I started doing a recipe board like week by week
What's that?
It's like a whiteboard that I have in my kitchen that I write the menu for the week out. So I've like planned for my grocery shop.
Wow.
So I know Monday we're doing
That's
this
good.
and Tuesday. So tonight I'm going to go home and make burritos. One of my favorites. Love Mexican food. I really like making pad thai, which is good. What else do I like to do? We just got a barbecue, so like I don't barbecue. I don't know how to use it. But my husband barbecues, and I'll prepare stuff inside. They'll do like hamburgers and whatever.
That's my job too.
Yeah.
That and dishwashing.
Why is that the man's job?
I don't know.
He dishwashes too. I hate dishes.
Yeah. Well, I hate dishes too, but I dishwash.
I feel like your husband would rather do dishes than help prep.
Yeah, definitely. And he finds barbecuing manly, so he likes to do it. But
He gets to go outside. You just stand there and wait.
Yeah.
It's not hard.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Well, for me, I mean, it's easy.
See, my dad always did it, but I think it was like that he got out of doing everything else.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is.
And my dad likes things really like well/overdone.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
He beef, steak, anything is always like there is no pink anywhere.
charcoal brick.
Yeah, charcoal brick, pretty much.
no.
Yeah.
She ate with a lot of sauces growing up.
Yeah, actually, chicken always had barbecue sauce on it because it was very dry otherwise.
Oh my.
Sorry, Dad.
I love you. Yeah, no, he does not like any pink or red in anything.
Is it because he's like afraid of?
I think he's afraid, but then at this point, like I think he's just become accustomed to the taste that I think he actually probably prefers it. But I think he is really scared of getting sick. Which, like with chicken, I get.
Chicken, yes.
I'm now paranoid
Hamburger
about it because I
patties,
grew
yeah.
up with that and hamburger patties.
But I like my steak slightly pink, medium rare,
Juicy.
I like just a little bit of pink.
and you let it sit for 10 minutes after the fact
Don't cut
to
it with
rest.
juices.
No,
I watch a lot of Food Network. I don't actually know much, but I'm real good at the Food Network stuff.
Well, thank goodness for the Food Network.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gives me all sorts of ideas for
Inspiration.
challenges.
Yeah, Chopped.
You've done that a few times.
Chopped? Yeah.
your
Chopped
class.
is good. We'll just do challenges where everybody has to cook their own idea, their own invention. Or I really like now The Taste. Have you ever seen that show?
Oh.
It's like
No.
boiling down a dish or an idea into one small mouthful, like a spoonful. So it's getting the whole theme into that dish. So one time a group did this with the theme was like Christmas dinner, and they had a whole Christmas dinner on one small spoon. So a judge just comes and takes a bite.
Oh, wow.
And it's trying to pick out all those little subtleties.
Do they...
Yeah, I was like, did they
How do
put
they
like
do
a
that?
small piece of turkey and like a little bit of stuffing?
Yeah, they ended up doing a tiny little bit of everything. But you'll see, like, from the show, they would do really crazy things on one bite just to show off different flavors and things like that. And it was really neat just to see it plated so small, all in one
cool.
bite.
I don't think that wouldn't be easy to do.
No, it's pretty difficult.
So the people on that show are pretty experienced?
Yeah, I think that show is mostly, like, chefs actually go into it. It's not like the home cooks like a lot of the other shows.
Are you into, like, molecular gastronomy?
No.
Science.
A little science. It's a
Okay.
little too much for me. I don't know. I'm not against it. I've had, what did I eat one time? It was like a rice dinner with a foam on it and things like that. We went to some Michelin star restaurant.
Where?
In the States.
Oh, in the States, okay.
Yeah, it had a Michelin star. It was called Sante. And, yeah, they had the weird foam and things like that on it. And I just feel like, I don't know, it didn't add anything for me. It was interesting, but I could live without it.
Yeah, I feel like they always do crazy stuff on like Master Chef, especially in their finale. They like do all these crazy things.
I've infused this with the
And
smoke
this is
of a...
smoked, yeah, and like, or like added gelatin to some liquid to make it, I don't know, edible.
Science?
But I just watched a video actually today of there's students at a school somewhere in the States for becoming a chef, and they created these giant chocolate like monstrosity things. They look terrible, but when they cut them open, they had to wait like 8 months, I think, to finally chop them open. They were huge. The biggest one was like 50 pounds, they said. And when they cut it open, they were growing sugar crystals inside, so it looks like
no way.
rocks.
Oh.
Yeah, they're really amazing looking in the end.
That's cool.
So
Have you
there's-
ever grown sugar crystals?
Yeah, I remember doing it as a kid.
Yeah.
I can't remember how it's done anymore, but you put like a lollipop stick
Yeah.
in a glass and tied it up straight, and you add some sugar water solution, and it ends up growing out like the rock candy.
Right.
Cool.
You saturate the water with a whole bunch of sugar, and then you need something, like you said, you can put a string in or a stick or something like
Yeah.
that, and it'll crystallize on it.
And you'd add food coloring, so you'd get everybody would have a different color.
Fancy.
Yeah,
You could do that.
pretty cool. Never did that. I'm so sad.
This weekend.
All right. What else are you into?
Oh my goodness. I don't know. I guess because I have a house, all my time is taken up by renovating my basement right now. Renovations are no fun. I really like those shows
But you're
too.
doing it yourself.
Yeah. So the Home Network, like all the TV shows that they renovate houses,
HGTV.
they made me think that I could do this. So I decided to try. It's a long process, let me tell you. We started in October, and we said, okay, by Christmas we'll have this done. No. Okay.
By spring break.
spring break we'll have this done.
What are you doing exactly?
The basement. We're renovating the basement, so it's can become a suite for somebody to rent.
So what did you actually have to do?
So we ripped out the carpet and like the under flooring, the like little padding.
Yeah.
Ripped up the baseboards and everything. Pulled the whole kitchen out, and we put in new flooring. Some looks like hardwood but isn't, and painted.
Is it
did the
laminate?
baseboards. It's a vinyl.
Fine, okay.
Tiling the kitchen and putting it all back together. It's a lot of work.
Was everything already hooked up and ready to go, or you didn't have to do any plumbing?
Well, they
or
added
electrical,
plumbing for a washer dryer. I didn't do that.
Yeah, no, don't do that.
Yeah, so that was all put in.
Don't do the gas either.
Yeah, I wouldn't do those things. I'm the painter. But yeah, it's tiring. So who has time to go out when you have to do that sort of
True.
stuff?
Cook, Gus, Renos.
Yeah, cook, guest renos. And I like going to bed early. I'm big on sleep. If I
Excellent.
could get 10 hours a night, I would. Every
Good.
night. I try.
I try and fail.
I try. It's usually closer to 8. But that's pretty good for
That is really
a
good.
grown-up.
Yeah, that is really good.
It's really good.
Yeah. No kids.
That's why I'm so restful. Youthful.
So youthful. So young.
Yeah,
Yeah. All right. Well, that's fun.
that is fun.
The life of Ms. Miller. Exciting.
It's very exciting.
Your master's almost done?
Nope, I'm also doing my master's. It's also a long process.
Yeah. When's that done again?
Next March.
Next March.
Next March. So I have like pretty much exactly 1 year to go.
Then we can call you Master Miller.
Well, yeah. I expect it. Master Miller, yeah.
What is your master's in?
Human ecology and everyday living. So it's tied
Explain.
into home ec. So it's looking at curriculum design and the theory and sort of questions that go into developing home ec and how to make it better as a subject area.
Why is it called human ecology?
There's just a whole big thing on renaming home ec. Like, a lot of people hear home ec and they have a picture in their mind and they think, okay, cooking, sewing. And it's so much more than that. So they thought by naming it human ecology, that ties in a lot of the real world, global environmental perspectives to it.
Okay.
So that's not taken by many like schools or high schools at the moment, but there's a process in place to start like revamping the program and coming up with different names and things like that. Yeah. It's a lot.
Well, it's a lot of writing and reading.
It's a lot of writing and reading.
Yeah.
Yes. I have to go home and work on a paper tonight.
I don't know how you get 8 hours
burritos.
sleep.
Well, I find that I do my best work if I'm well rested. I don't know, I just do.
When do you do your work, though? Because I remember when I did my master's that one time I even fainted because I was up so late trying to
Oh, no.
get papers done. No.
No, that was never my
You're
way.
just- you're
And
just
like in
really-
university, I never pulled all-nighters. Like, that was just ridiculous in my mind. Like,
Yeah.
I'm going to go to bed.
Yeah.
Bye, guys.
Wow. You're just extremely efficient then.
Yeah, I'm pretty efficient. I don't waste time when I actually set my mind to doing something. I can get it done. So,
Do you start early?
no. I'm not an early bird or a night owl.
Not like early in the morning, but like, do you plan so if you have an assignment due on Sunday, do you start it early?
No. No.
You're just efficient.
I have an assignment due on April 8th. Haven't started. This weekend.
This weekend.
I will get
Wow.
it done.
So you use full weekends.
Yes. I don't know. Just very determined. I know that I will work hard and get it done. So,
Good for you.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, can't wait to call you Master Miller.
Yeah.
You can start now.
Get into
No.
the habit. I want to see the masters first.
Should we call
Yeah.
you Master Kung?
Show me your certificate first.
Master Kung?
Master Kung?
Master Kung, that sounds weird. No, nobody will call me Master Kung. I guess it's close enough to Mr. Kung.
That's what I was thinking. It sounds pretty similar to Mr. Kung, but Master Kung.
That's too much. All right.
Just plain old Hanson.
Well, thanks for joining us today.
You're
A lot of
welcome.
fun.
It was a giggly episode.
It's all right. We like to get giggly sometimes on here. Do you have anything to say to our audience before we leave?
Sorry for putting you through the last hour.
Not at all. It was a lot of fun.
Thanks.
Thanks. Okay.